Hello everyone, welcome to my second video, mi video segundo. Hope you guys enjoyed that first one. And today, well actually before anything, I really like to thank you guys. We made, I think 2, 3 new subscribers. If we keep that pace up, we'll reach 1 million by like 2070, right? But anyway, I was just messing with you guys. And what I wanted to talk about today was change. Um, all change is painful, guys, and I hate to say it. Ask anybody I know or just ask me, and I hate changing. Not changing in the way that is like stunting myself, but changing anything about my life, if that makes sense. Like if I have a certain schedule, I gotta wake up at that time, do that at that same time, and if I don't, I'm gonna get grumpy, man. It's just like I get why like adults say, I'm not me without my cup of coffee. It's about the coffee and the schedule, guys. If you guys are young watching this, I'm sure you'll understand later. Appreciate the time you have. But what I'm saying is that all change is painful. Um, I don't know what flowers feel when they're like chopped off or when they release their seeds and stuff. Pause. But I'm sure it's somewhat painful to let go of what once was. Um, and what I mean by that is we can't stay as the same person forever. And I understand that maybe you want to be the person you are now, but there's not a moment in life where you're not changing. I heard that in a game once, and I was like, you know what? I think that's a beautiful topic for today. But anyway, yeah, there's not a single time in your life where you're not changing into something better or something else, for better or for worse. And um, not changing can actually, like stunt you a lot. Um, like I'll give an example of like friendships. If you don't like the friends you're with, but you keep, what's it called? Oh, wait, no, I can bring it back to the other one. To the other video, where it's like if you change your personality around your friends to fit in, then you're changing there. You're changing what kind of person you are in order to fit in better. And that could be for better or for worse. I'd say it's for worse because you're not being true to yourself. But otherwise, let's continue because I actually don't know where I was going to go with that. Um, I'm kidding, guys. Yeah. All I'm saying is changing is something that I think we have to learn to accept a bit more with open arms. Um, it could be from something very small, like changing a class or not knowing the route to your like school or something. I don't know, and like changing up the route, or losing somebody that was close to you, whether that be they die, you get broken up with, a friend cuts you off, you cut a friend off. It could be anything like that. And although change is extremely difficult, like especially if someone was a very big part of your life or something was a big part of your life, we can't keep hold of the past because if we stay too focused on our past, we can't make any space for our future. Hmm? Think about that one. Think about that one. Rewind it, like, subscribe. Oh, you want to subscribe so bad right now. You want to like my video. Anyway, but no, I'm serious. If you don't make any space for your future and all you're thinking about is your past, then you're just filling up your plate with a bunch of bad food, let's just say it like that. It's like if you keep eating the same piece of cabbage or fruit, it's going to get rotten eventually. And if you make space for other foods, like if you're just eating fruit one day and another day and another day, the same piece of fruit, and you're eating and eating and eating, not only are you just not making enough space for other foods, which are essential proteins, carbohydrates, I don't know, any type of food you guys like, um, you're also making yourself sick because you're eating a piece of rotten fruit. And additionally, oh, I think this is the one from the thumbnail. This is cool. From the game thumbnail, sorry guys. Additionally, you're making yourself worse. Like using the same food analogy, you're giving yourself a tummy ache over and over again just because you don't want to let this piece of fruit go. And oh, are you serious? Oh, we beat it, guys. Like if you want to see me beat this next level. Anyway, let me try and there we go. Wait, what? I don't have enough. What the flipping doodle did? Hold on, guys. Oh my god, I hate navigating this on PlayStation. Nope, I'm not trying to buy that. Nope. Okay, hold on. Oh my god, excuse me. That's gonna become a trademark soon enough. Me burping. This is pretty infuriating. How am I supposed to get your bonus modes? What the flip? Okay, while I figure this out, I'll try and keep yapping. Or we can just keep playing this one actually. I don't really care, I'll just keep playing this. But anyway, what I'm saying is you can't stay on one piece of fruit. You can't stay on one event, one version of yourself your entire life. And just because it may work to be this singular version of yourself doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. What I mean by that is if masking yourself and not, what's it called, being true to yourself works for, I don't know, all of your school years, that doesn't mean it's going to work in your workplace or you being a person. You're limiting yourself from being a person just because you're too scared to change or you're too scared to keep moving forward with yourself. And whatever the case may be, not changing is just putting yourself at a pretty big disadvantage with all aspects of life. And let me think. I'm trying to find the words for this here. Like, if all, and here's another thing actually, if all you do is change, you're never gonna find yourself. Like, there's a balance to everything in life. Life is all about balance, guys. If you change too much, the person you are is gonna become unrecognizable. But if you don't change at all, it's like a being in a bed that doesn't fit you. You're all over the place, but you're trying to keep yourself in this small space. And if you curl up to fit into this space, you're just gonna hurt yourself. Your bones are gonna be stiff. You're gonna be stiff because you're not changing. You're not doing anything to become a better person. You're not doing anything to find out who you really are. And I think that being a little bit more open to new experiences or new pieces or like new bits of change or whatever really would help us out a lot more in the long run because we're able to do so much more in so like not little time, but oh my god, if this thing keeps popping up, oh my god, how do I? All right, guys, like and subscribe for terrible UI menus. There we go, there we go. God, I'm trying to find another world here so you guys like aren't bored watching me play, but it's not letting me do anything because I don't have enough stars. There's only 15 stars. Sorry, we're going to Donut World or whatever. This is stupid. This is so stupid. Okay. Well, I guess you guys can watch me play Donut World or whatever now. Anyway, what I was trying to go with is that welcoming change with less disgust and less resistance is going to be a little bit better for everyone. Obviously, you can't just be like, oh, my dog died. Oh, well, it's time to move on. No, take your time with your feelings, processing them and not letting them just like sit idly, excuse me, is gonna help you out a lot more, obviously. But changing the House of Flies. Oh my God, I watched you change. Anyway, um, watching actually, let me get to that in a bit. But if you don't change at all, you're not gonna watch yourself bloom or watch yourself grow out of it. Like, did the hungry caterpillar stay inside of his cocoon his entire life? No, that hungry caterpillar ate and ate and ate until he was like big enough. He was beautiful. I'm sure we all thought the same thing. That hungry caterpillar is a hungry butterfly, and it's beautiful. And we can't all stay as just a hungry caterpillar. If we all stay as a hungry caterpillar, not only gonna get fat, you're never gonna be. By fat, I mean you're not gonna fit into your shell. Not only that, you're not gonna bloom into something even better. And what I mean by this, like with the other people, like, is let them go at their own pace. Like if they're gonna change. Um, I understand that seeing somebody you love or hold near and dear to your heart changing is pretty heartbreaking. But we have to let people. What? What? Oh, we have to let people bloom into what they are. And if that be someone that's really mean, if that be that someone's, not themselves, or just. What I'm saying is, okay, side note, do not let anybody change with drugs, because drugs are horrible. Try and keep everybody off drugs, guys. It's not a good sight to be around. But try and lend a helping hand. Sometimes people change because of events in their life or unhappiness or whatever the case may be. But at least they're changing, and every change in your life is meant to teach you a lesson. And if you guys didn't heed my warning about the flipping drugs, do drugs, man. Like, actually, do not do drugs. Do not do drugs. Never, ever, ever do drugs. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna make an error, make that error. Errors are there to teach us. If you're young, make as many errors as you want, man. Don't like hurt anybody or hurt yourself to learn. But I'm saying is live your life as you want, but learn from your errors too. That's something about change too. Changing because of your errors. But back to the people thing is, if you're watching somebody you love start to get like very self-destructive tendencies, or they're unwell, sometimes you just gotta let them be unwell. I don't like to say that, but it's just what happens. Sometimes you just gotta let people learn the hard way to lock in a way. I watched you change. What the flippity flip flip? Give me that. Okay, this is stupid. This is so stupid. Hold on, guys. I'm figuring out my parts. There you go. That's so many. So wait, can I get a dance? I don't have a single one. I'm very disappointed in that. To the guy who said these are boogers, these are gold boogers now, man. But yeah, back to the people changing stuff. Sometimes it's better to let go and let people become their own thing. Because if you keep holding on to this rotten piece of fruit, your hand's gonna stink up, dude. And that piece of fruit's gonna get all mushy. And if you don't let it go, you're just gonna keep hurting yourself in the end. And as much as it hurts to hear that or see that person change, it's okay to let go, because you're not only gonna like help yourself, the other person's also helping themselves by growing into something that, who knows, might be better. And you being part of their life, you being part of anybody's life, is already making them a huge difference in their change. They're changing because of you. They're changing because of their environment. They're changing because of themselves. And that's great. It's always great to see people bloom into something better. And trust me, guys, if you're going through something right now, if you're going through a divorce, I'm not laughing. If you're going through a divorce, if you're going through a hard time, school got you all bummed out, your girlfriend broke up with you, boyfriend broke up with you, your friends are being meanies, whatever it is, it's gonna be okay. This is a change that will lead you to become a lot happier and a much better person down the line. And as much as it may hurt now, you're gonna look back and be like, I'm glad that happened. I'm glad that event or that person left me, because at least I'm a better, happier person because of it. And if you guys like want to leave a hate comment because of that, oh, she broke up with me because this, you're wrong, you're stupid. Leave the hate comment. But when the light is coming through, whatever it goes. But when you eventually become a better person, just think back to this video and be like, wow, this guy knew what he was talking about. Anyway, got sidetracked there. What I'm saying is, let people change, let yourself change, and welcome that change, because you're going to become a better person because of that. And although it may hurt, although you may be sad, although you're heartbroken, whatever it may be, angry, upset, disappointed, these feelings are just gonna help you come out of a cocoon and another cocoon and another cocoon. There's like infinite cocoons in your life. You're always changing, guys. Right now, if you're young, if you're like 2 years old watching my video, if you're 10 years old, 13, whatever you may be, 18, 20, you're growing right now, and you'll keep growing until the end of time. And well, I don't know if once you know you're dead, but even then, actually, you're still changing. You're becoming food for people. Whatever. But just trust the process, guys. Um, Without change and without pain in life, we're not gonna learn anything. If all you do is ride a bike with training wheels and never fall off of it, you're never gonna go super fast. You're never gonna become a BMX biker. You're never gonna buy that motorcycle you wanted because you've been avoiding change and avoiding hurt your entire life. And I'm not saying go out of your way to have people hurt you. No, don't do that. I'm saying that you need to accept change and to accept the pain in your life, for this will teach you a lot more about it than being not hurt. Whatever teach you. Um, like this is my gameplay, you know, like even like just right away if you guys haven't noticed, you know, I lose once in a level, bang, that's change. I'm changing right now as I'm yapping to you. See, see, I died there, but now I know not to go around that corner so sharp. See, change is all around you guys. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys homework. Starting today, I'm gonna start giving you guys homework. Just go on a walk or go outside your house and take note of one thing, like a tree, a branch, anything you want, even a bird, a car, anything, and just watch how it changes. Like, okay, I'm not saying like put a rock into a guy's windshield or something, or like throw a stone at a bird. No. I'm just saying let nature do its thing, let time do its thing, and watch it change. Like, if you see a flower outside or a piece of grass or like a little like something in there that's short or growing, come back to it in a week or two, even a month, however long it is. Just remember to look back on it, and you'll see how much it changes. And you know that little thing, that big thing, whatever it is, that's you. And you're only gonna keep getting bigger. You might even get smaller for a bit, but because of that small change, or you going back into your shell, you becoming smaller, you're gonna come out a lot bigger. Oh God, I fell. You're gonna become a bigger person. You're gonna have a bigger heart. Everything about you is gonna become a lot better. All right, guys, you have to believe me on that. And don't force change either. You know, just let it happen. Unless you're like unhappy with your life, then maybe go for that change. You might need it. But you guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. If you're upset, if you're sad, if you're whatever, just trust the process, because it's only a matter of time until you bloom into a rose, into a butterfly, into I don't know, whatever animal you guys like that evolves. You're gonna become that, all right? You're gonna become something great, and you're gonna become something beautiful. All you have to do is roll with the punches, and your cocoon, you're gonna break out of it. You're gonna mog everybody, and you're gonna become amazing. I just know it. Okay. So yeah, guys, that's really all I wanted to talk about. It's something that's been weighing on my mind, and I'm pretty nervous about school. But knowing that if I roll with the punches, if I'm open to this change, I'll have a beautiful time, a great time, happy time, whatever it is. And I'm sure you guys will too. If you're having a hard time fitting in, if you're having a, what's it called? Struggling to find someone who understands you, try and change that. Just take one step at a time. If you never take that first step, if you never begin, how will you start? So just, if you guys are struggling to fit in, talk to at least one person. If you're having a hard time getting used to a new school, just trust it, okay? Just trust that everything will work out in the end, and change is a part of life. All right, guys. Um, no matter what, change is the one thing that is constant with our lives. All right. If I come back tomorrow with a different voice, that's also change. If tomorrow you wake up happier, that's also change. And remember my homework, guys. Just look at something and believe that you will end up as beautiful as that. All right, guys. That's another video for today. Remember, I love you. Everyone loves you, and love yourself most importantly. Goodbye.